1999 Chevy S10 long bed, four-wheel drive, 4.3. Needs a little bit of everything, leaks everything. So we're gonna go through it, clean it up, and see if we can make it a dependable vehicle. A little bit of body damage. It's got some wiring issues we have to clean up. Old farm truck. Needs to be cleaned up. Body damage. Tires are shot. Interior ain't too bad, it's just dirty. Blower motor is out. I have to replace that. We got some crackage on the dash. Little dirty. Headliner needs some attention. Hood latch is got the old vice grip on the cable. We're gonna try to bring her back to life. Hey, we do have some parts trickling in. That's a good thing, because we got brakes and power steering pumps and oil lines and transmission lines and rear end gaskets and CV boots. And there's a lot of things that contribute to this vehicle that just leaks everything everywhere. This will give us a good start. Got to get this vehicle done, get it out of the garage so we can start with the 57. And we're starting with the brakes because right now she doesn't stop too good. And the garage assistant is here today and helping out, swapping out the rotors and the pads. So far, so good. Seems to be moving right along. I haven't run into any issues yet. You can see down on the frame there, it's just caked with oil. Sometimes these things can be a little tricky getting them apart. I have to do a little training on how to push those calipers back a little bit so it'll release the assembly off the rotor. She'll get it. There it is. Got her off. Got a little bit of cleanup to do, and we'll be ready to reassemble. There you can see that oil pretty good. Well, we have the first one completed and it's ready to go. I think the shop assistant did a pretty good job on that one. Three more to go. We'll start on the rear. See if we can get one of those done. Yeah, there's the rear. You can see where it's been dragging some rivets on there. But we'll take her down, see what we find. Probably inspect the emergency brake while we got the rotor off to see if it needs to be replaced. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I think it'll be alright. We'll just change the rotors and put it back together. Garage assistant is putting on the new pads. She'll have this done shortly. Of course, the camera operator can't keep his finger out of the way of the lens. It seems to be a problem. Apologize for the poor footage from using the camera. I'm still learning how to do this. This is all new territory for me. Bringing you back in here again, we've got some leaks. This is underneath the front of the truck, and we've got a bad, I don't know if this is power steering fluid or engine. This is on the engine cooler where the filter goes, the oil filter. We got oil all up in here. We're gonna have to clean this thing up a little bit and see if we can figure out where this is coming from. It's everywhere. It needs a good cleaning. We got wiring strapped up. If you can see this, I don't know what kind of, this is kind of like thermostat wire or something. That's all taped up in here. The sway bar. Sorry to be bouncing around. Sway bars are bushings are out, shot. You have to replace those. A little bit of work, but we'll see how she goes. As it wound up, we wound up having a cracked power steering pump and a leaking hose on the back side of the power steering pump. So that also contributed to the mess on the ground at the end of the day. So we had some excitement getting that swapped out. I didn't have the camera running, pulling it, but we got her in. Finally got the truck inside the garage, and we got it up off the ground. We can get up underneath there and we can see where this oil is. See if we can see where this oil is coming from. We traced it back. We ran the truck, got it warm, and realized that it was just pouring out of the oil filter relocation unit. It's up underneath the front differential. It's just leaking like a sieve right there. Not the easiest location to get to. We do have new gaskets and new oil lines to put in there. We're going to try to replace this system and see if we can get it to quit leaking. If not, if we can't seem to get that to take care of the oil issue, we'll probably just delete this whole thing and go back with the original style oil filter that spins onto the engine right there. And it looks like there's enough room if we use a shorter filter. So hopefully we won't have to go there. We've got all the new parts to fix this, so that we're going to try that first and see if we can get that done. Get her cleaned up and see if we can get these leaks stopped. You can see them oil lines, they run underneath the engine, beside the oil pan, and they run all the way to the front, back to the relocated oil filter, which also ties into the oil cooler. And that's cooler runs up. It's runs through the radiator. It's all in the same unit. So that's what we're looking at. Shows the unit right there. And we'll just keep plugging away at her. If you like what you see, stay tuned. Please subscribe, give us a like.